In this video, we're going to go through the formatting of an area chart. It's actually very similar to the formatting for a line chart with a few small differences, but I would say it's about 95% the same. So let's go ahead and build a visualization. I'm going to create a new sheet here because we forgot to create one. So I'm going to click this button right here to create a new sheet. I'm going to double click and just label. Always label it. Don't be one of those people who have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4 and the file's not named, or I hate that kind of stuff. If you're looking to become a professional analyst, programmer, you need to be organized with your coding, with your labels, with your file structure, with your file dates and your archiving. Nobody wants to work with an analyst and pay a premium and they're disorganized and they waste a lot of time because you're paying for that time. So be very conscious of that. Be very clean, almost like a sushi chef. Cut, clean, cut, clean. Same with us. Visualize, clean, visualize, clean. Let's build this area chart. Similar to the line chart, we need a time value, which we're going to use is order date. And for the value going across, let's just use a simple one. Let's use sales. So I've got my dimension and my measure. We're going to open up show me. And similar to the line option, we have a continuous area chart and we have a discrete area chart. This one, let's use the discrete area chart. There we go. And we've got this in a year granularity. I'm actually going to add another one. So I'm going to use this plus symbol to create a quarter as well. And you'll notice that this looks very different from the line chart in that it is split up. And that is just the behavior of the discrete visualization. But in terms of formatting, it's the same thing. This is just to get you used to using discrete, continuous, and the differences. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add some color. Obviously, if you just have a single area chart, similar to the line chart, you can just control what it looks like. But what we're going to be doing is adding something to split the colors. So let's use region for this one. So if I drop region in here, you'll see that the colors all split up. If I click on color, I can go edit colors and again choose my palette. Almost routine stuff for us now. Nothing crazy. Let's try winter. Oh, it's actually summer in Australia at the moment. So let's go summer, assign palette, and apply. So I don't like having two greens. Let's switch one of these to blue. Apply that. And let's switch one of these to orange. That way everything looks different and I can tell the difference. With area chart, I also see a lot of people doing this particular styling, and this is some, if you're interested, you can do this. It makes use of this opacity. This should actually be set to 100. It uses opacity and the border. So opacity is kind of how see-through it is, and this has a number of benefits for other types of visualization, so I'll show you how that comes into play as well. It's for when you want the data to be available, but you don't want it to be the main thing people notice, so you can actually reduce the opacity. So what we can do here is instead of making it super strong colors, we reduce the opacity a little bit, maybe 55%. It's up to you. And we're going to add a border, and what the border does is it adds a line in here. And what people do is they click on this and they set the border to be something strong, like black. And for some reason, it's kind of like the style, I guess. It's, as my girlfriend says, it's trending. So if that's something you want to do, by all means, you can do that. You can also change it to other colors, but it's an option for you depending on what you want to be able to do. Let's switch that to black. Maybe we'll make it even lighter. You could probably even go, 40s if you really wanted to. It's just based on the style that you're interested in. Next is the size. Notice with area charts, there is no size element because, well, there's not really a thickness to it. And because it's an area, the data is represented by the area. So adding a size element will distort what you're trying to represent. Hence, there is no size element. Therefore, we can skip straight to label. The label is pretty much exactly the same, again, as lines. The only thing you don't have is line end and line start. That's all. So if I'm going to bring in, what are we using? Sum of sales. I'm going to grab sum of sales. I'm going to drop it into label. I've got all these labels here. I still got the option of minimum, maximum. In this case, it's going to apply it per grouping. Slightly different behavior from a continuous one, because in a continuous one, it goes all the way across. There's none of these separators. Again, slightly different behavior. If we want to change this, get out the drawing tool, I can go in here and instead of discrete, I can just click on this and go continuous. Set this, oh, hang on. I picked the wrong one. No wonder it looked different. This one right here. And then we go back into continuous. So again, you can kind of go backwards and forwards depending on what you want to do. This is the beauty of Show Me, that it's so easy to just jump if someone wants to change something quickly. Let's bring back that label, sum of sales in the label, and let's go through the options. So you got all, you got minimum, maximum, it does it by pane, right? And that's what this part does, but I'm not going to show that at this stage. We can show just the maximum or just the minimum, up to you. We can go most recent, so it's the last value in the set. We can go selected. Again, this is when you select a value, it will actually show them like so. And the last one is highlighted. So if I go here to the right and I select central, the values come up. Okay. Now, one thing with the area chart and the labels, which is very important, this 83,000 for actually, you know, we'll pick one that's closer to this axis. Let me zoom in here. You see here, this says 40,000. This is not 40,000, it's 120,000. But with the area chart, this 40,000 is actually that space there. So be very careful with the label, how you use labels in area charts. I've seen people get really confused with the labels. It's probably in your best interest to not have labels at all in most cases, unless it's something very specific or your users are extremely used to this kind of visualization. That's when your visualizations are a lot more kind of customized. Someone has requested that specifically. In most cases, I probably won't use one, except for maybe a value at the end or something like that. So we'll go here, we'll just get rid of that. So I like to just keep it clean. Very last thing is the tooltip. The tooltip is exactly the same as line, so there's nothing new in there. Let's, yeah, so we'll go for the region. We'll just do one quickly. For the region and time period. Yeah, we can go there, the quarter, time period. We could probably just put a slash there. The sales was like so. Get rid of this bold. Get rid of this bold here. Let's preview. See, we have that in there and we just go OK. There we go, another customization for the tooltip. So that is how you do the formatting for an area chart. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn the entire Tableau platform, consider enrolling into my course. It's one of the highest ranking courses on Udemy, and enrolling today, you'll be joining the almost 200,000 students that have enjoyed my courses over the years. Thanks again for watching and hope to see you in the course.